Welcome back to Rijeka. We have the World Aquatic Junior Diving Championships, and we have the Girls A platform prelim ahead of us very shortly. In literally 1 minute's time, if we're running on schedule. The very last prelim of this championships. The girls will be doing 8 rounds of dives, 4 rounds of requireds, followed by 4 rounds of optionals. The top 12 will make it through to the final. And if the diver makes it through to the final, the required scores after round 4, the total score will carry over through to the final. So it's very important. These first 4 rounds, the divers are a lot more simpler to watch. Not much kind of going on in the air, not many rotations, not that many twists. But really crucial. There are 7 judges that we're scoring out of 10. The 2 lowest and 2 highest scores are ignored, and the ones that are left are added together and times by the degree of difficulty of each dive. There are 26 divers in total. It's going to be an exciting prelim. I'm your commentator. My name's Matty Lee, former British diver and Olympic champion.
We're ready to begin. Our first diver.
And with our first diver on the board, ready to go, on time, 11:30 local time. We have Malak Tawfik from Egypt with a forward dive pike on the 10 meter. It's a reminder that these divers can perform their dive off the 5 meter, the 7.5 meter, or the 10 meter. It's up to them, it's their choice.
6.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.
Some divers choose to do their requireds on a lower board just to save the impact contacts on their arms and body. We have Matilda from Italy with a forward 1/2 somersault spike on their 7 meter board. We're going to be seeing some really clean entries from a lot of these young girls.
6.5, 6.5, 7, 7, 7.
Great dive from Matilda.
Alexandra Kedrina. Forward 1.5 somersault spike.
Alexandra from Russia with a forward 1/2 somersault pike on the 10 meter. This dive is definitely one to look out for. I saw a video of her doing back 3.5 somersaults tuck. Oof, see? She just disappears through the water. Really strong diver. Definitely want to keep your eyes on going into the harder optional rounds. Yeah, as I was saying, I saw a video of her back 3.5 somersaults tuck. I believe it was at the junior European Championships this year, or maybe the senior championships, I'm not sure. And it was so good. Incredible. But we'll see her. She will be performing that dive. Oh no, she won't. She's chosen to do front 3.5 pike, inward 3.5 tuck, reverse 2.5 tuck, and back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist. So maybe she's saving the back 3.5 for the final. We'll see. She has to make it first. We have Juliana. Front 1.5 somersaults pike on 10. Oof. Lovely entry. With platform diving, there's more emphasis on the entry. And there's no hurdles to be messing around with, as we see on springboard. You want to see good, strong takeoffs. You want to see good balance away from the board. And then, obviously, the aerial work, the flight of the dive, and then the entry. Carolina representing Brazil. Solid start.
6, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.
These divers are going to be pretty bunched up together through the first 4 rounds. It's quite rare to see big mistakes in the early rounds of this competition. Ella from America, same dive. Really well executed. Great jump from the board. Confident diver.
7.5, 8, 8, 8.5, 7.5, 8, 7.5. Juliet John.
Next up we've got Juliet John, who are forward 1.5 somersaults pike on the 10 metre. Juliet trains in Dive London, where I finished my career. I had the delight to watch Juliet as she started, and she's making great progress. Lovely forward 1.5 somersaults there. Good confident jump out of the board.
7.5, 7, 7, 7.
Sevens to count.
7.5, 7.
2 7.5s.
Yuna Inoue.
We do have Japan here. This is the first Japanese diver I've seen at these competitions, and you know, there's some Japan are a very strong nation in diving. As you can see, another strong junior diver, Yuna.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7, 7, 7. Maggie Gray.
They have a Rikuto, who, if you're a fan of diving, you should know that name, and if you don't, get to know. Rikuto is a senior diver from Japan, an incredible talent. Competed in Tokyo, obviously a home games, an incredible experience. I believe he got a silver medal in the individual in Paris. Maggie Gray, beautiful inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Really well executed.
8, 8.5, 7.5.
Doing some 8s, 8.5. Solid work.
Charlotte Lederer, forward 1.5 somersaults piked.
Charlotte from Germany. Forward 1.5 somersaults pike. Great work from Charlotte. Nice form throughout her dive.
5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5.
Just missing the entry. That's why we're hearing some low scores. Not too low, nothing drastic. I think it was just Judge 1 giving it a 5.5. Evelyn from USA opting for a running takeoff, which I enjoy to see and watch. I don't really know the difference between a running takeoff and you might think I should know, but there's not an advantage to doing a running takeoff or a standing takeoff on a simple dive like that. I think it just gives it can look classier with a running takeoff. Sometimes get extra flair points from the judges. Kyla from Australia. Obviously had the honour of having the Australian head coach, Adi Hinchcliffe, in the booth earlier this morning. Steady start for Kayla Davids.
Forward 1.5 somersaults piked.
We have Bora from Hungary. Forward 1.5 somersaults on the 7 metre board. Nice and steady.
Six, seven, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Olivia Fox, forward 1.5 somersaults, pike.
Olivia Fox from New Zealand. Forward 1.5 somersaults pike on 10. Solid dive for Olivia. She trains in Canterbury diving, coached by Monique Gladding, who I'm very familiar with that name. She's a British Olympic diver, so what a great coach to have. So much wisdom and experience in the sport. Corinne Mackley from Great Britain, forward 1.5 somersaults pike on the 10-metre board. Really strong start for Corinne. Nice entry. She also trains Dive London, coached by Sam Buck and Robin Birch, who is my teammate, was my teammate for many years when I moved to London. Now she's a coach, and she's just had a baby. Congratulations, Robin. We have Sophia from Ukraine on the 7-metre board. Another forward 1.5 somersaults pike. We're going to see many of them this round. Really well executed. The top 12 will really be decided in the optional rounds. As the dives become harder, you know, there's more risk involved. We have Ketlin representing Brazil. It's a good start for Ketlin, just slightly missing her hands on the entry.
6, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6, 6. Diana Shevchenko, forward 1.5 somersaults pike.
Diana up on the 10-metre, forward 1.5 somersaults pike. Whoa, a very solid entry from Diana. Clearly a bit of a wizard when it comes to going through the water. She's liking that, as she should. 8-8, 7.5 to count. We have Lila Gokert from Canada. This will be our first arm stand dive of the competition. Every diver has to complete all directions at some point in their list. Arm stand back, forward single somersault in the pike position. Good control. Pop. Nice. You see Lila kind of popped. She kind of does a shoulder shrug, slightly leans forward, and then you're meant to use your shoulders, do a bit of a shoulder shrug and a pop out of the board to gain your rotation. Great work. We have Suri Cueva-Lobato, the oldest sister of Mia and Leah Cueva-Lobato, who's gained many medals this championships. Really like the start of that dive. Powerful jump.
7.5, 7.5,
I'd like to see maybe a little bit more confidence on the entry.
Eva Eremenova on 7.5 meter. Inward 1.5 somersaults.
Eva Romanova, representing Bulgaria. And we want to have some somersaults pike. It's a good jump. She's coached by Georgie Chabanov. Bit of a legend around here. He's one of the judges, not in this event, because he'll be coaching his diver. Sophia Hoffman up on a 10-meter diving board. Really well executed dive. She's just got that flair. 8.5. Yep. Hearing a lot of 8.5s. Well deserved. Adriana. Up on the 10 meter. Really great start for Adriana. She competed on the 3 meter synchro event and the platform synchro event.
8, 8, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 8. On 7.5 meter. Madison Town.
We have Madison
somersaults, pikes.
on the 7 meter. See that dive. A bit short of vertical on the entry. Catching the water.
4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5. Victoria Kazantseva.
Victoria from Russia. Inward 1.5 somersaults pike. On the 10 meter. Wow. Great use of a rip entry on the entry. Powerful jump out of the board.
8.5,
Excited to see this diver, especially when we get round to the optional rounds.
On 7.5 meter. Gabriella Rusinke.
She's got some big dives coming up. Her biggest inward 3.5 somersaults tuck in the 7th round. Gabriella, the final diver of round 1. Forward 1.5 somersaults pike on the 7 meter. Beautiful, lovely form throughout her dive.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7. And that's the first round of dives.
There's a cap on the DD in the required rounds, so you can't exceed a certain number. So you can't just, you know, do a load of crazy dives and hope you beat everyone. There's a cap. It's interesting to see which divers use what, and especially in which order, depending on the divers, how comfortable they are, which ones, where their strengths may lie. It's too early for anything to be spoke about really around the top 12.
Second round. Malak Tawfiq. Back dive with top.
Starting round 2. Malek with a back dive tuck on the 10 meter. This is a dive you don't often see. I don't think I'd have ever wanted to learn this dive. It's really hard to control. With a pike dive, I don't know, because your legs are already straight, you kind of just press them down. With a tuck shape, it's just a little bit more riskier. Hard to explain, really.
6, 6, 5, 5, 5,
But
5,
Malik showing great control. A little
on
bit down on those
7.5
scores.
meter. Matilde Marzecchi.
We have Matilda from Italy. Armstand forward somersault pike on the 7 meter board. She started diving when she was 7. Great dive from Matilda. I've seen a lot of the Italian divers, their inspirations in the sport are their older teammates, which is really nice to hear, because clearly they look up to their teammates and are able to gain as much wisdom as they can. It's important to surround these junior divers with great senior divers, not just isolate them away from everyone. Alexandra, inward one arm somersault pike. Solid takeoff, great balance, slightly going a bit, losing her body tension throughout the water. See that splash being produced.
6, 6, 6, 7, 6.5, 6.5. Juliana Hero. Inward 1.5 somersault pike.
Juliana. Same dive. That was a very quick takeoff, a bit too quick for Juliana's liking. You can see she couldn't slow it down. Going over. It's a little close with her toes. It's not dangerous in any way, shape or form. It's only dangerous when the head gets close, really, in diving. Carolina on the 10 meter. Nice. We see Carolina there. It's a much better entry than the previous diver. However, not the most strongest jump out of the board. I'd like to see good use of the ankle pop. Sort of going through a trap door. Ella Lindsley. Oof, really nice dive. Great jump. And take off and really clean finish.
8, 6.5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7.5. Juliet John.
In this event, there are 3 years of Group A. So we have divers from the ages of 15 all the way up to 18. Of Juliet John. Inward one arm somersault pike. Great dive there from Juliet. Really clean finish on the water.
7.5, 8, 8, 7.5, 8.5, 8.5, 7.5.
8, 8, 7.5 to count. Great
Una
round 2 dive.
Reverse dive punt.
Here we have Yuna, the only Japanese diver in this whole entire event. Reverse dive pike. Strong takeoff. Nice line throughout the dive.
7, 6.5, 7, 7, 6.5.
Maybe just need to squeeze a little bit harder on the entry. We have Maggie Gray, the back dive pike. Maggie trains in Brisbane, coached by Edwin. Really great dive from Maggie. Beautiful line and form throughout the dive. While we're hearing some 8.5s. Very nice.
Charlotte Lederer, inward 1.5, somersaults, pike.
We have Charlotte with an inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Charlotte trains in Leipzig, coached by Dimitru Ostapenko. Nice round 2 dive.
6, 6, 6.5, 6, 6, 7, 6. Evelyn 1, reverse dive, pike.
Evelyn Wang, reverse dive pike. Wow, really nice dive there from Evelyn. Beautiful form. And a good cheer from her teammates in the crowd.
7.5, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Kayla Davids. She trains in New South Wales Institute of Sport, which is in Sydney, I believe. Wow, very nice dive, coached by Chava Sobrino. Really nice dive. Good entry, powerful jump. She also looked confident. You know, I think the divers that stand out in this event, they, like during the dive, they're confident with all their movements. It looks can't think of the word. Anyway, moving on. Bora. Inward 1.5 somersaults pike on the 7 meter. Intentional, that was the word. You want to look like everything is intentional. Bora scoring 37.80. 6 is to count from the judges. We have Olivia from New Zealand. Olivia started diving when she was 10. She was a gymnast though beforehand. Very common to be a gymnast before diving. A lot of skills you can carry over. Just the main thing really is gymnasts train to land on their feet and divers train to land on their hands, head. Obviously you don't want to mix that up. You don't want to land on your head in gymnastics, do you? There is no water. It's just a mat or a floor. Corin with arm stand dive, arm stand forward, somersault, pike. Corin showing great strength and control in that arm stand. Something I couldn't do in my career. I was always so shaky in a handstand.
Stavkina. Inward 1.5 somersaults, height.
We have Sophia on the 7-meter board. Inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Great hands on the entry. Great form throughout that dive.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 7. On 7.5 meter. Gatlin Calazans. Inward 1.5 somersaults, height.
On 7-meter we have Ketlin from Brazil. Really nice dive there from Ketlin. Great form throughout her dive.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5.
Not sure as to why we're not getting the replay on the dives.
Diana Shevchenko. Inward 1.5 somersaults, height.
Diana. Up on that 10-meter board. Look at that view. It's a stunning pool. Kantrida diving pool here in Croatia. Oh, really nice entry. Really positive jump out of the board. Strong diver. 50 points. Solid score for a required dive. Lila. She trains in Calgary. I know Kaylee Mackay. She was from that club. Incredibly successful diver and good friend of mine. Really nice dive. Up and down. Good hands on the water.
7.5, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
Lots of 8s. Nice to hear. Siri. My Siri just lit up on my phone. Reverse dive pike. The Mexican dive is so strong. Really nice jump out of the board.
6.5, 6.5, 7, 7.
I think we'd hit 8s if the entry was a bit cleaner. We have Eva. Forward 1.5 somersaults pike. She trains at Vitosha diving team, which I believe is in Sofia, in Bulgaria. Nice dive. She started diving when she was 4 years old. She was supposed to start gymnastics.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5.
So she did gymnastics for a while and then gave diving a try. Never looked back. Sophia Hoffman. She trains at Night Diving Academy, coached by Chris Hoffman. Oh, presuming that's her dad. Wow, such a precise entry. She's a great dive. She's definitely going to be one to watch when we get onto the harder dives, I hope.
9,
Yep, 9s definitely deserve that from Judge 1 and Judge 6. Lovely stuff.
Adriana Torres
Adriana. Back dive pike. Well executed dive. Adriana started diving when she was 7 years of age. She enjoyed being up high. That's good news. You don't want to be scared of heights if you're a 10-meter diver.
Madison Tom. Back dive with tuck, 5 meter.
We have Madison on the 5-meter board with a back dive tuck. I like the sharpness of her kick out from her tuck shape.
5.5, 6, 5, 5, 6, 5.5, 5.
Sometimes you see divers, they do a bow after their dive. I always thought it was just out of respect to the water gods. I don't think it is that though. See Chinese dives doing it a lot. So when I was younger, I was always thinking, why don't we do that? Might make us good. Victoria on the 10-meter back dive pike. Wow, great line through the water. As she had to kick up vertically. If she would have pressed her legs out. She would have probably tapped the board. But beautiful scores, 9s. Gabriella, final diver of this round. Emma will have some salts pike. Nice dive there for Gabriella. Steady round 2 dive.
7.5, 7, 6.5, 7, 6, 7, 6.5. Thank you, panel A judges. Panel B judges, please take your seat.
That's the end of round 2. We're going to change the panels of judges from A to B. Lucky them. Remember, the top 12 make it through to the final. Still very early days in this competition. It's all very bunched up together. A few divers out with great scores. Victoria in the lead with 99.60 points. Maggie Gray, 92.20. 90s is, anywhere in the 90s. It's a great score after 2 rounds are required on the 10 meter. And then from 12 all the way down to, for example, just 19th. There's less than 5 points in between. Malek. Him would want to have some salts pike on the 10. It's good strong takeoff. I like the direction. Just needs to slightly clean up that entry a bit. 6.5. Steady away. Matilda. Emma will have some assaults pike. On the 7 meter board. Yep, she's doing all her requireds on the 7 meter. For some reason, that's exactly what I did too. Oof. Great entry. Clearly knows how to go through the water like a magician.
7, 8, 7.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5, and 7. On 7.5 meters, Alexandra Kendrick back dive right.
Alexandra, back dive pike. Nice clean finish. As to be expected, really. After watching her train this morning.
7.5, 7, 7.5, 7, 7, 7.5, and 7.
7, 7.5, 7 to count. Juliana from Colombia. Back 1.5 somersaults with half a twist on the 10 meter. I competed this dive in the synchro event at the Olympics alongside Tom Daly. One of my favourite dives to compete. Oh, very good job there. And Juliana, good technique. Nice line through the water.
6, 7, 7.5, 7.5, 8, and 7. On 7.5 meters, Carolina Polisa's reverse dive.
Carolina, reverse dive pike. She represents Brazil. Carolina trains in Mission Viejo with John Appleman in the States. Started diving when she was just 5 years old. We have Ella Lindsay. That's the wrong graphic, I believe. Yeah. Arm stand forward somersault in the pike position. Great control on the arm stand. Just to give you a bit of information about an arm stand dive, it's not easy, especially in competition with all the pressure. You know, your heart rates. You got to control your heart rate with the adrenaline.
6, 6, 5.5, 6, 6.
You're upside down. You've got to perform a dive. Obviously, these dives are easier. Some divers will be opting for an arm stand optional. It's always impressive. Juliet with the back dive pike. Such a powerful jump out the board. One of the strongest jumps I've seen this far in this competition.
7, 7, 7.
Just slightly pressing her legs a little bit too high. Holding on. Trying to put the brakes on. Yuna. With an inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Solid dive from Yuna. Just a slight miss on her entry.
6, 6, 6.5, 5, 6.5, 6, and 6.
We have Maggie Gray. Reverse dive pike. She really gives the impression that she's confident, she knows what she's doing, even before the dive. It's really important in these competitions. And she delivers as well. Beautiful dive from Maggie. Edwin's definitely going to be happy with that dive.
8, 8.5, 8.5, 8.
And the judges are happy
7
with that dive.
Charlotte
Few 8.5s there. Charlotte, reverse dive pike. Missing her entry. 5s to count from the judges. Not quite what she'll be aiming for. Gonna be hard work trying to climb up into that 12th spot. Evelyn. Solid in with 1/2 pike. Slightly short. 38 points. We have Kayla Davis. Bad dive pike. Beautiful dive from Kayla. Her inspiration is Melissa Wu, the legend of a diver from Australia, Olympic medalist. She also trained in Sydney. Bora. Good effort on the finish. Presuming Bora trains in the Duna Arena in Budapest. She might not, but I've been there a few times, competed there at the World Championships in 2017 and other competitions. It's a great facility. It's always good to see when the championships come to that pool. Olivia Fox. Great hold. I made a little noise there just because as she was kind of extending up and away from the board from her handstand, she kind of chopped it in a little bit. Obviously we're not seeing a replay, so can't really show you what I mean. I've seen divers do that where they scrape their back on the end of the board. It's not serious, it's just not nice. Corinne Mackley in 1/2 somersault spike. Great takeoff from Corinne. Really sharp. Corinne started diving, she was 6 years old on a holiday camp. That's exactly how I started diving, through a holiday camp. I remember a kid bullied me on it though. He obviously, that bully didn't become a diver and is probably living a terrible life. Nah, I'm only joking. Sophia, with a back dive pike. It's a good strong jump.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6, and 6. On 7.5 meters, Ketlin Calazans back 1.5 somersaults, half twist, free position.
Here's Ketlin. Not to be seen anywhere. She's meant to be on the 7-meter board. Her coach is ready with her iPad. Maybe she's not heard her name, or the coach there. You can just see her walking behind the 1 meters. Gonna have a look for her.
I will re-announce. Ketlin Calazans on 7.5 meters back 1.5 somersaults, half twist,
quite sure what the problem was there. Back one, have somersaults half twist. It's a good dive. To say there was a big confusion.
7, 7 and a half, 6 and a half, 6, 6 and a half, 6 and a half.
She's chilled. She's not letting anything get in the way.
Back dive right.
Diana, the back dive pike. Really solid dive. We're seeing a lot of the same scores, same sort of people are. There's no big gaps forming. It just shows that all these divers are competing at a decent standard. This is the Junior World Aquatic Championship, the best in the world in the age group. Lila, butt dive pike. Oh, beautiful jump from the board. Great press, really confident. Nice through the water.
6 and a half, 7 and a half, 7, 7, 7, 6 and 7. Zurich went in the battle.
Suri. Inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Solid dive.
Six and a half, 7, 7, 7, 7,
42
7,
points.
6.
7's to count.
On 7 and a half meter, Iva Edamina reverse dive bite.
Over. On 7 meter, reverse dive pike. Solid work from Eva, just slightly missing the entry, slightly splashy.
6, 6 and a half, 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 and 6. Sophia Hoffman, reverse dive bite.
Sophia Hoffman, really impressed with her dive so far. Ever so slightly short of vertical, but she's got good flair.
5 and a half, 5 and a half, 6, 5 and a
Sometimes
half,
you can't teach personal flair. People just have it. She's got it. Adriana. Inward 1.5 somersaults pike. Beautiful dive from the Mexican.
7 and a half, 7, 7, 7, 6 and a half, 7 and a half, and 7 and a half. On 5 meter, Madison Tone reverse dive with tuck.
We have Madison on the 5 meter. Reverse dive tuck. Gaining so much experience competing at this high level. She's a little bit fresh into her career, maybe, of her diving career. Victoria. Our last round leader. 2 beautiful dives. Let's see if she can do a third one. Reverse dive pike. Very well controlled. It's not quite going to be the same scores as we saw in the last round, 9s, but it's a solid dive.
8, 7.5, 7, 7.5, 7, 8.5, and 7. On 7.5 meter. Gabriela Lucinka, reverse dive
Gabriela. Reverse dive pike. Really enjoyed the sharpness of her dive. Being really enthusiastic with her arm swing and reach, touching her toes and pressing out. That's the third round done with. Let's have a look at the standings. Victoria still with her lead. Maggie Gray behind. Juliet in 7th. In 12th position is Alexandra, Russian diver with 114.30. Still very close with the pack behind.
Round 4. 1.5 meter, Molotov forward, 1.5 somersaults, 1 choice free position.
I like that. Single twister, forward 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist.
5.5, 5, 6, 6, 5.5, 6, 5.5.
37.40.
On 7.5 meter. Matilda
Matilda. And a big cheer from the stands. A lot of Italian divers sat watching. That dive pike. It's quite a big miss there for her round 4. This is the last round of required. It's important.
4.5, 4, 4.5 door, 4.5 and 4.
4, 4.5, 4 to count.
Alexandra Petrina forward, 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist, free position.
Remember, the scores after the required rounds will carry through to the final, if you make it through to the final. Alexandra. On the 10 meter. Standing forward 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist. Nice dive there from Alexandra. Don't know if you can notice on the camera, but you can see a few heads bopping around in the ocean. See, the Adriatic Sea. So they probably have the best seats in the house. But they haven't bought any tickets to watch. Juliana. Reverse dive pike on 10 meter. Wow, it's a beautiful dive from Juliana. See, she does a very big, deep squat, taking her time on the end of the platform. 7.5 to count, 42.75, solid dive. Carolina. Back 1.5 somersaults, half twist on the 7-meter board. Carolina there, great jump out of the board, just not quite keeping her tension through the water. That rip entry is quite crucial. Well, it's very crucial in diving. Not easy to learn though. Hello, Lindsay. Here we have a running forward. 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist. Oh, shame about there was almost a slight twist on the end of the dive there, but other than that, that was really nice. Really classy. It's quite an old school looking dive.
6, 5, 6, 4.5, 5.
That's why we're hearing quite low scores there. There was a slight twist on the entry. Juliet John. A great competition so far. Reverse dive pike. Juliet is coached by Yona Knight Wisdom. Juliet did a great job to hold on to that. Watch the jump, it was a powerful jump. I just thought she was going to go quite far over, but she put the brakes on, grabbing her hands a little bit early. That slows the rotation. 155.45. It's a solid required score. Yuna, our only Japanese diver of this championship. Back dive pike. Yuna there missing her entry, a bit splashy.
5.5, 6, 5.5, 6.
Strong takeoff nevertheless. We have Maggie. An arm stand forward somersault. Pike, she's having a great competition. Sat in rank 2 currently. Maggie was a gymnast prior to her diving career. Wow, really well executed dive from Maggie. Disappearing through the water, call that the Houdini. Her inspiration is Now Wilson. That's not surprised if she was a gymnast. Now Wilson's a successful gymnast from Britain.
6.5, 7.5, 7, 7, 7.5.
Also from Leeds, where I'm from. Charlotte. Back 1.5 somersaults. Half a twist. She'll be wanting to try and squeeze as much points as she can. Not having the greatest first few rounds. It's okay. Just be a little bit more confident on that entry.
5.5, 5, 5, 5, 4.5.
Evelyn from the 10 meter, same dive, back half. Evelyn trains at McCormick Diving Club, coached by just Maggie. She didn't give me a surname. It's a solid dive, nice finish. 179.
7, 5 and a half, 6, 6 and a half,
Wait,
7
no,
and a half,
I was
and
reading
6.
someone else's score. 149.45.
Reverse dive.
Kayla up on the 10-meter board. Reverse dive pike. Such a shame that went short. It was a great takeoff. Just pressing her feet out too far towards the trees in front of the pool. Her favourite dive is a twisty dive. About 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. We have Bora from Hungary, that dive pike. Really beautiful. On the end. 32.40. Take her total to 137.50 after 4 rounds of required. Olivia. Reverse dive pike. Solid entry for Olivia. Really nice. Trying to think, how many reverse dive pikes have I seen this whole week? Probably thousands. 6, 6.5, 5.5 to count. We have Corinne Mackley. Reverse dive pike. Really nice dive from Corinne. Great entry through the water. Nice and confident. Corinne plays the violin in her free time. She has a grade 8, which I don't know what that means, but I am certain it means you're good. You're very good at violin. I know that my girlfriend's uncle has a £1 million violin that he plays with. He's a very successful violinist. And violins can cost an awful lot of money. Sophia, reverse dive pike. 6 is from the judges. We have Ketlin. She's ready this round. Stand forward, somersault, pike. Solid dive from Ketlin. Divers can choose how they go up into that arm stand. We just saw there that was a kick up to handstand. You can tuck up to handstand, straddle up to handstand, pike up to handstand. I think when you tuck up, straddle and pike up, and you can control your handstand, I think the judges prefer seeing that. It's harder. Diana. Having a good competition so far. Reverse dive pike on 10. Great hands on the water from Diana. Not surprised about that. Seven, 6.5, 6.5 from the judges. She would have got higher marks. She was just a bit more confident in the air and takeoff. Lila from Canada, reverse dive pike. She's having a great competition so far. She was in rank 3 previously. Wow. Great control, reaching up to her toes in that pike shape. Great entry. Unfortunately, we're not getting a replay for the first time in this competition. Arm stand, forward somersault, pike for the Suri, the eldest Cueva Lobato sister. I'd like to see her hold that handstand maybe a little bit more. Judges will pick up on that.
5.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 5, 7, and 5. On 7.5 meters. Eva and Emilova back 1.5 somersaults, half twist, free position.
We have Iva from Bulgaria. 1.5 somersaults, half twist on the 7 meter. Shame it was short. I like the aerial work. It's a good jump.
5.5, 5.5, 5, 6, 4.5.
Just needs to make sure she has the right spot on the water. Sophia Hoffman. Another diver doing well so far. She was in rank 4. Back dive pike. Oof. She did well there to hold on to that. A big, powerful jump. A little bit tight to the board, so she kind of had to press up and above the board.
7.5, 7, 6.5, 6, 7, 8, and 8. Adriana Torres McClellan forward. 1.5 somersaults,
Adriana, forward 4. 1.5 somersaults, 1 twist with a running takeoff. Could be a very classic dive, classy looking dive. Definitely was. Beautiful takeoff. Really enjoy watching a dive like that.
5.5, 7, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 6.5, and 5.5. On 5 meters.
She's having a good time. It's good to see. I think the judges were a little bit confused, ranging from a 7 down to a 5.5 for the last diver. Madison, same dive, just on 5 meter. Falls to count from the judges. We have our current leader, Victoria. Let's see if she can hold this handstand and perform another great dive. Whoa. Beautiful entry, disappearing through the water.
7.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5, and 7.5.
Ending on 183.20. It's a solid, really incredible score after 4 rounds of requireds. Gabriella, final diver of this round. Then we'll move on to the optionals. Back 1.5 somersaults, half twist. It's a great jump out of the board using the strength of her legs. Nice and precise on the entry.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5.
These scores are important when we look at the scoreboard because
Please retake your seats.
these scores will be carried through to the final if the diver makes the final. So, you know, if Victoria makes the final, she's already got a 3.6 gap ahead of Maggie Gray. But let's say it is the top 12 that make it through currently. Victoria has a 33-point lead on 12th position. Huge advantage going into the final. We start round 5. It's the optional round, so we're going to see some more difficult dives being executed from these divers. Harder degree of difficulty, more risk. Should get exciting. Malek. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist. She's going to do twisting first or last? First. Very nice. We call that the full in. Controlling the dive well. Landing upright.
6, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 4.5. Matilde Marzetti.
Here we have Matilda now up on the 10-meter board. Let's see what she's made of. In with 2.5 somersault spike. Takeoff is a little bit cut down. See a bit more direction on the throat. That's kind of why she ran out of room on the entry.
5.5, 6, 6, 5, 5.5, 4.5, 4.5. Carolina Polizos. Back 2.5 somersaults, a half twist, 5.
They wrote out the wrong name. It's Alexandra Kedrina. They're all pretending like they don't know what's going on, just blowing the referee's whistle, but that diver didn't hear her correct name, so they should announce the name correctly. Well, it wasn't about the announcing, it was just someone else's name.
Forward 3.5 somersaults, pike.
There we go. There's a little bit of confusion. It's been a long day, a long week. Forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Wow. Beautiful pike shape, spinning 3.5 somersaults. Really confident on entry.
6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5. Juliana Piron. Inward 2.5 somersaults, pike.
Of Juliana from Colombia, in with 2.5 somersaults pike. Gonna see more often than not this dive over the inward 3.5 somersaults. Wow, it's a really great takeoff. You see that she's up, moving up and over the board. Not dropping through a trapdoor.
6.5, 6.5,
Really great dive.
6.5, 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. Carolina Polizos.
We have Carolina
Say half twist, pike.
on the 10 meter. Forward 2.5 somersaults, back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5, no, a half twist. It's been a long week for me too. solid dive, Carolina.
Six, 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 5.5, 6, 6, 6. Ella Lindsay. In with 2.5 cents.
We have Ella Lindsay in with 2.5 somersaults pike. Incredible takeoff. It's good to see some of these girls getting great height out of the board. This is a difficult dive. You know, you've got to rotate towards the board in the pike shape.
6.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6.5.
I know well, I've never done that dive, but
Juliet
I
John.
would push it back as far as I could just because I'm scared of the board. You've got to show great confidence, which Ella does. We have Juliet forward, 3.5 somersaults pike. Very nice dive from Juliet. Great takeoff. Excellent through the air. Confident on the entry. Again, I feel like
7, 7, 7,
I've been a bit of a mentor for Juliet
6.5, 7.
as much as I can,
Una
especially when I was
Inwood.
at Dive London.
Inwood 2.5 somersaults, pike.
We have Una in with 2.5 somersaults pike. It's a great dive. Lovely finish. Comparing it to Ella Lindsay.
6.5.
Just didn't quite jump up and over the board.
Maggie
As I said, that's difficult to do, especially at this young age.
1.5 twist, free position.
We have Maggie Gray. An arm stand back 2 somersaults with 1.5 twist. Very nice dive. Ever so slightly going over. But beautiful in the air. Great hold on the arm stand. I wonder if she's snacking on peanut butter pretzels because that's her favourite snack.
6.5, 7, 7,
I'm gonna ask her.
6, 7.
It's a good snack to have in an event like this.
Inwood 2.5
It's got carb.
somersaults, pike.
It's got a bit of salt. So if you're keeping yourself hydrated, that's good for the muscles. Peanut butter. Bit of protein in that. We have Charlotte in with 2.5 somersaults pike. Really solid dive for Charlotte. Definitely massive improvement. Slight twist on the entry, but got away with it. Judges didn't see that.
7, 7, 6.5.
I also
Evelyn
might
White.
be wrong on that.
Inwood 2.5 somersaults, pike.
We have Evelyn. With an inward 2.5 somersaults pike on the 10 metre. See a lot of heavy strapping there on her neck. Don't think people understand the amount of pressure it takes to be, well, the pressure the body goes under, especially on the 10 metre board. A lot of tricep injuries. I've had many in my life. Solid dive from Evelyn. Ever so slightly short on the entry, but saving it for the final.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6, 5.5, 6. Kayla Davies. Arms go back, double somersault, 1.5 twist, free
We
position.
have Kayla Davies Australia. Arm stand back. 2 somersaults, 1.5 twist. She finds this dive the most challenging. Wow. You didn't make it look challenging, Kayla. Brilliant job. Dealt with that very well under pressure of this World Aquatic Junior Championships.
6.5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 7, 5. Kathleen Kimbora on 7.5 meter. Forward 2.5 somersaults, pike.
Bora. Forward 2.5 somersaults pike on the 7 meter. It's a nice takeoff. Just a little bit short. Maybe she's working on taking that up onto 10 meter. Adding a somersault soon.
5.5, 6, 6, 6. Olivia Fox. Back 2.5 somersaults, a half twist, pike.
Olivia Fox representing New Zealand. Olivia there, 37.70. Corinne on the 10 meter, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. Love watching this dive. I used to love competing it when I was younger. It's got potential to be a high scoring. See Corinne there, hesitating on the come out, leaning too far on the entry, on the takeoff, leaning too far forward.
3, 3, 2.5, 2.
And when you do that, kind of you lose the spot of the dive. You don't quite know exactly where you are. And as you see, she came out a little bit too late. The rotation got ahead of her, landing over. Sophia. Forward 3.5 somersaults pike on 10. Wow, that's an incredible, beautiful dive from the young Ukrainian. Really precise on the entry.
8, 8, 8.
Hearing some 8s.
7.5,
70.50. Our highest scoring dive this far. We have Ketlin from Brazil in with 2.5 somersaults tuck. Ketlin only started diving when she was 14, and she's currently 17. It's really impressive to see her already competing at Junior World Championships. And with 2.5 tuck on 7. It's a good dive, solid entry. She spins very quick. I'm sure she'll be learning the in with 3.5 somersaults soon. 6s from all the judges. Nice to see they all agree. And Diana with an inward 3.5 somersaults tuck on the 10 meter. I believe this is the hardest dive we've seen this far. No, we've already seen this. No, we haven't. But we will see more of them. Really solid effort. Landing vertically. That's what she needs in this prelim. Doesn't need anything magical. Save that for the final.
6, 6 and a half. 6, 6, 6, 7, 6 and a half. Lila, go kid. Back to the right.
We have Lila with a back 2.5 somersaults pike on 10. This is a difficult dive. You know, you have to come out really quite early and control it into the end. Not that many people around the world can do this really well. You see there, she needed to come out. It's a great takeoff, but she just needs to come out a little bit earlier and control it in. It's not a miss.
4 and a half, 4, 4 and a half, 3, 5, 4 and a half, 4 and a half.
We have Suri Cueva Lobato. With a forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Beautiful dive from Suri. Mexicans have really impressed me this championship. Clearly all training really hard at home to make some of these dives look so consistently executedly well. We have Eva in Bulgaria with an in with 2.5 somersaults pike. It was her birthday 2 days ago. Happy birthday, Eva. Final would be a great present. It's a really good takeoff. Beautiful pike shape. Just needs to squeeze a little bit tighter on that entry.
6, 5 and a half, 6 and a half. Sophia Huffman on 7.5 meter. Back 2.5 somersaults with tuck.
We have Sophia Hoffman on the 7 meter, back 2.5 somersaults tuck. I'm a fan of this dive. When executed well, divers can make this dive look effortless. Quite a miss there for Sophia. She can definitely do this dive better than that. Going over a vertical.
5, 5, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Adriana
She dreams of
Torres
one day going to the
on
Olympics,
forward 3.5
which is
somersaults.
almost every single one of these athletes that filled in my little questionnaire has put the same thing when I asked them what is your biggest goal or dream in diving. I'm sure we'll see many of them in the Olympics in the future. Adriana, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Wow, such a powerful diver. Look at this takeoff. Bam. Almost like she's floating around. Great pike shape and really nice finish on the water.
7.5, 7.5.
She's enjoying herself. I like to see the personality, it's refreshing.
8. Madison Tongue. Forward 2.5 somersaults pike, 7.5 meter.
Madison on the 7 meter board, forward 2.5 somersaults pike. Great work from Madison. Landing upright. She'll be happy with that.
5.5, 5, 5, 5.5, 5, 4.5.
As we see her smile towards the camera.
Forward 3.5 somersaults pike.
Victoria, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. on 10 meter. She is our current leader from the previous round. Wow, such a powerful jump from the board. That's what really stands some of these athletes out to the rest of the field.
7.5, 7.5, 7, 7, 7,
64.50. 7, 7.5, 7 to count.
Forward 3.5 somersaults, pike.
We have the final round diver of round 5. Gabriella. Same dive, forward 3.5 somersaults, pike. Very well executed dive. Such a beautiful pike shape. Spins so quick. Look, as soon as she wraps in, just 1, 2, 3. Finishing high up in the air. Kind of gives the diver enough time to spot the water and grab the hands. That's it for round 5. Let's have a look at the standings so far. Victoria out in the lead. Still not by much. Maggie really staying closely behind her. It's good to see. Bit of a gap from second to third. Of course, the top 12 will make it through to the final. Still very early days. In that 12th spot we have Lila from Canada, 204. In 13th spot, Ella from Canada, 203. 14th spot, Sophia, 202. Then 201. It's all very close. Starting round 6, we have Malak. Sorry about that, I was just putting in my order for a snack. I need to fuel myself too. It's past lunchtime now. 1:07 local time. On the 5 meter. Matilda. So forward 2.5 somersaults pike, a little bit wild. It's a good takeoff, just missing a spot on the water.
3.5, 3.5, 3, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5. Alexandra Kedron, inward 3.5 somersaults with top.
We have Alexandra. With an inward 3.5 tuck on the 10 meter board. Very good dive. It's a difficult dive for these young girls. It's a really great takeoff. And that tuck shape, you can see she's squeezing as hard as she can, which kind of helps speed up that rotation. I think she's saving. I think she's saving the entry for the final, as I've seen her do many times in training. Of Juliana. Back 2.5 somersaults with half a twist. Beautiful hands on the water for Juliana. Good strong takeoff. I like the reach. Having her arms past the ears before she starts twisting. Smiling back home to her friends and family watching, I'm sure. Carolina representing Brazil. In with 2.5 somersaults pike on 10. a little bit short there. She started diving when she was 5 years old. Her inspiration is her mum, Tatiana Polizos, and as well Tom Daly, in relation to diving, she said. He also inspired me. You might find that hard to believe, but when I was younger, Tom was already winning. You know, Tom Daly won a world championship in 2015. He was only 15, not 2015, 2009. And he was only 15 years of age. He won a senior world championships. I remember watching that on TV. Crazy. Ella Lindsay, back to 2.5 somersault pike. As I said previously, it's a difficult dive to control. It's easy for these girls, so they have to come out really early. And as you come out early and you've got so much time, a lot can happen in that time. We have Juliet with inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. Good work from Juliet. Nice and confident on that takeoff and kicking, punching out to the water. Just ever slightly over. That's really good work. Juliet enjoys playing the piano, painting and drawing in her spare time. It's important to be able to switch off away from diving, have things to concentrate on. Also, you have to be very intelligent to be a diver. And obviously play the piano and painting. It's an intelligent, very intelligent few hobbies Juliet has. Una, struggling with her forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Not the greatest pike shape. Knees bent. Judges clearly penalising Una on that one. We have Maggie. And a great performance so far. Looking over at her coach, Edwin Yonyans, just for approval. I see Edwin give her a head nod. That really gives the athlete extra confidence going into their dive. Really professional for such a young age. Inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. Wow. Wow. That was incredible. Really well executed dive there for Maggie. Really impressed. Excellent stuff. Judge 6 giving it a 9. Love that. Always encourage high scores, especially when deserved. We have Charlotte from Germany on 10 meter. Forward 3.5 somersaults pike. You see on the takeoff here, she's drifting too far away from the board. It's a bit of a long jump. And then when that happens, it's really hard to control the speed of the dive, and that's why you see her go over a vertical. We have Evelyn Wang. Back 2.5 somersaults pike. Yet to see someone really control this dive in this prelim. Can Evelyn be that one? Very close. Evelyn opted for a bit of a slower rotation, so she didn't have to come out silly early, so she could control it. But you can see her head position moving forward on the entry. You kind of want to keep that head back, looking towards the water.
455.
You have Kayla Davies.
Reverse 2.5 somersaults.
Reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck.
Correction with tuck.
Did I say tuck? Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you see there, Kayla just coming out of her dive a little bit too early. She noticed that and tried to correct it, arching round. Good to see that she kept her legs nice and straight though. Never want to give up. It's not a major drop.
5.5. On 7.5 meter. Kathleen Kinbora. Inward 2.5 somersaults with tuck.
On the 7 meter, Bora, representing Hungary, with an inward 2.5 somersaults tuck. Solid line through the water. I'd like to see her attack that dive a little bit more. A bit more speed, but still. Steady dive.
5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6.5, 6, 6, 6. Olivia Fox. Arm stand back double somersault, a half twist, pat.
You can see Olivia there looking at, well, you obviously probably heard it on the TV. A little plane flying over. Can't believe she actually looked at it though. You try and stay as focused as possible. It's difficult in an outdoor pool, lots of distractions around. Arm stand back, double somersaults, half twist. Ooh. Just not quite getting the spot in the water. Stopping the rotation. Good handstand hold though.
3, 4, 4, 4, 3.5, 3, 3. Corin Burrows Mackie. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist, pat.
We have Corinne Mackley. Back 2.5 somersaults with 1.5 twist. It's a difficult dive, it's a 3.2 on the degree of difficulty. Great effort there from Corinne. Beautiful twist. I really like the check from the twist position through to the pike shape. Really positive.
5.5, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.
51.20.
Inward 3.5 somersaults with tuck.
Sophia. Inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. Got a bit nervous there, but she was fine. It just looked like she was leaning a bit too far forward, but does move it away from the board. It's not unsafe.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5.
4.5 from all the judges.
Calazans. Back 2.5 somersaults with tuck, 7.5 meter.
Kathleen Calazan. Back 2.5 somersaults tuck on the 7 meter. if you picked that up on TV, but she's slapping her legs with her hands when she reaches into the tuck shape. Spinning very quick. I think that's the diver we'll definitely see competing a back 3.5 somersaults tuck in the future. In the 10 metre, it's really promising.
Forward 3.5 somersaults, piked.
We have Diana from Ukraine, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Ooh, a little bit short there. You see, as she reaches the takeoff, she chops, she throws downwards.
4.5, 4, 4.
We want to be able to
4.5, 4.
throw up and over the pool. We have Lila. Forward 3.5 somersaults pike. She was in the 12th position in the previous round. Can't really afford any big mistakes. It's a strong takeoff. It's a beautiful pike shape in the air, just rolling it over slightly.
5.5, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4.
It's definitely not over. Still got 2 more rounds of dives. We have Suri. Again, my iPhone lit up. Inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. Was that a bit tight to the board? Yeah, extremely tight. Wasn't a fan of how close that was to the board. But none of the judges deeming it as unsafe, so maybe it's my angle.
6, 6, 5.5, 6. Eva Evelynova. Back 2.5 somersaults, piked.
We have Eva. Back 2.5 somersaults pike. It's a solid dive there. Great entry. One of the better. This is probably the most controlled back 2.5 pike I've seen in this event.
6.5, 6.5, 7.
Congrats.
Sophia Hoffman. Reverse 2.5 somersaults with top.
Sophia Hoffman there. Really nice reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. Good reach. Like to see a bit more better ankle form in the tuck shape.
7.5, 8 to 7.5, 7. 6.5, 7.
I think Judge 5 saw that.
Adriana Torres Martin. Inward 3.5 somersaults with top.
Adriana. Inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. She's having a great competition so far. Wow. Really great takeoff. Lovely tuck shape. Such a confident come out as well.
8, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5. Madison tongue. Back 2.5 somersaults with tuck.
Yeah, Madison.
7.5 meter.
7.5 meter. Back 2.5 somersaults tuck. Great effort there from Madison. Making that dive round. A little bit wild in the tuck shape. Solid scores.
4, 4.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5. Victoria Kazantseva on 5 meter.
We have Victoria
Back 2.5 somersaults with
on the
tuck.
5 meter. However, doing a really difficult dive. A back 2.5 somersaults tuck. I wonder if she'll use a back 3.5 somersaults tuck in the final. Because this is the dive you do as a lead up for the 3.5 on 10. I mean, she can definitely make it. It's not an easy dive. Well done. Just kicking out a little bit too late. Washing it over.
4.5,
It's not an issue for her though,
4,
as she's already got quite a
4.5.
good lead.
On 5 meter, Gabriela Rusinke, inwards 2.5 somersaults with tuck.
Gabriella on the 5 meter. Wow, what a beautiful takeoff. Jeez. That needs to be on 10 meter and adding an extra 2 somersaults. Made it look so easy.
5, 4, 4, 4, 4.5,
Powerful diver.
4, 3.5. Thank you, panel A judges. Panel B judges, please.
That's the end
resume your
of
seats.
round 6.
Standings after round 6 are on the scoreboard for you now.
Maggie Gray takes the lead. Juliet there in the top, in top 5. The top 12, remember, will make it through to the final.
Round 7. On the topic, arms and forward button somersault left.
We have Matilda up on the 10 meter board. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist. She left the legs behind on the takeoff. With the twisting dive, especially back, as you take off and you reach and block past your ears, you kind of want you want to stay in a disc shape with your body, which keeps the the rotation of the somersault spinning round. Sandra, reverse 2.5 somersaults, tuck. I think this will be a spicy one, but we'll see. It's good, but it's not spicy. Jumping quite far away from the board, losing out on the speed of her rotation, landing a bit short, but she's currently on 323 with a dive to go. Solid. We have Juliana from Colombia. See that heavy strapping on her tricep. It's quite common. I've definitely had a lot of tape on my triceps holding it together. Reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. Hey. It's not that bad though. She really managed to keep the splash down. She did land quite over. Beautiful tuck shape. And jump from the board.
4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5, 5.5, and 5.5. Carolina releases back 2.5 somersaults back.
We have Carolina on the 10 meter back 2.5 somersaults pike. Really solid effort from Carolina. As I said, this is a difficult dive to control. Great come out sequence.
6.5, 5.5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and 5. Ella Lindsay reverse 2.5 somersaults
Yep, Ella Lindsay. Reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. She needs 2 very solid dives to give her the best chance to make it in that top 12. It's a beautiful jump from the board. Great balance. Just needs to come out of that a bit earlier. That extra adrenaline in the competition. It's difficult to control.
5.5 and 6.
Takes years and years and years and years to figure all that stuff out. There's only 1 year in my career where I had a consistent entire year of competition. Luckily, that was the year of the Olympics in Tokyo. Juliet John, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. A little bit short, but I'm glad. I was worried she might have gone over because it was a little bit skipped out of the board, so sometimes it's harder to control. Still clean. She's having a great competition so far. She's going to need a really solid dive to finish to assert herself into the top 12. I have no doubt. As long as Juliet has no doubt, she'll make it. It's all about confidence in diving. You need to believe. Believe so you can achieve. Yuna with a full out sink forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist. Opting to do the twist at the end. It's quite a. We normally see that on springboard, not so much on tower. Ooh, she might have hurt her tricep there. It's not a nice feeling. Maggie Gray, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck, our current leader. Strong jump, beautiful in the air, ever so slightly pulled in the entry. No dramas though, she's comfortably up.
5.5, 6, 6, 6, 5.5, 5, and 6. Charlotte Leonard back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists, fight.
We have Charlotte. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist. dive from Charlotte. It's much more like it. It's a difficult dive as well, going through the water. Lovely.
6.5, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5, and 6. Evelyn 1, forward, 3.5, somersaults right.
Evelyn 1, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. She needs 2 solid dives to enter competition to give her the best chance for the final. She's currently in 15th. Aye. It's a shame there for Evelyn. Not quite connecting with the dive, holding on into a pike shape instead of attacking that pike shape.
3.5, 3, 3.5, 3.5, and 3.5. Kayla Davis, over 2.5, somersaults right.
Kayla Davies, and in with 2.5 somersaults pike. Oh wow, beautiful dive from Kayla. Disappearing on the entry. Lovely pike shape. Wow, look at that entry. Beautiful stuff. Shebang. Kayla's favourite music to listen to is Drake. I'm a big Drake fan. The Sixth God. Lovely stuff.
2.5 somersaults, half twist right.
We have Bora. Back. 2.5 somersaults with half a twist. Bora there. As soon as she makes it into the pike shape, kind of just dropping towards the water a bit quickly. It's not a nice feeling as an athlete. You just know you're running out of room and the water's coming at you way quicker than you would like. Olivia Fox, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. Hopefully there ain't no planes flying over, distracting her. Solid effort from Olivia. It's one of her harder dives in her list, making it round really well.
5, 3, 4.5.
I've spoken to the New Zealand team a few times and they're just really enjoying their experience here. I think it's such a unique experience. Not every kid, especially at these ages, get to travel the world. Sometimes you forget about that. Like I forget that because I'm surrounded by divers that we obviously travel the world and get to see so many amazing things. Some of the Americans, you know, they don't even travel outside of America. And that's common in a lot of countries. So how lucky is it that we get to travel the world with such a wonderful sport? Corin, forward 3.5 somersaults pike. It's a really great takeoff from Corin, really sharp into the pike shape.
5.5, 5.5, 5, 4, 4, 5.5, and 5.
5.5 to count, 46.50.
Somersault, 1.5 twist, reposition.
After each dive, the diver has to reset. There's no point wandering and dwelling on the dive you've just done, even if it's good or bad. It's still important because after a good dive, you know, your adrenaline's up. You might feel really positive, but sometimes it's just about staying consistently, well, for me anyway, just concentrated on what I can control in that moment, being very present. If you watch back Tokyo final, you don't really see any emotion on my face apart from after the final dive. Because I knew, holy, I've just competed at my first Olympic Games and didn't drop a dive. Sophia with a 5.55 to count on a arm stand back double somersaults, 1.5 twists. Ketlin, she's measuring her run up for her forward 3.5 somersaults tuck. One of the reasons why I wanted to be, well, divers always want to be consistent, but as Adi mentioned earlier, when we were watching the boys B prelim, you know, sometimes divers will come to their coach and say, I just want to be consistent. Like, that's my goal, that's my aim. And then Adi said, well, how? How are you going to be consistent? What does it take to be consistent? Took me a long time to figure it out. But luckily I did. And one of the reasons why I just wanted to be consistent is because I just didn't want to give a reason for my coach to be annoyed at me. I didn't feel like I'd let anyone down. I just didn't want to give anyone a reason to have doubt in my ability. But that, you know, that was later on in my career. I was 23 in Tokyo. Diana, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. Hey, big miss there. Bit of a slow takeoff into a tuck shape. So already by the time she makes it into a tuck shape, she's already done a rotation. So the dive got away from her. We have Lila Gokert from Canada. In with 3.5 somersaults tuck. I hope, yep. Confused then when she had her arms by her side. Now they're up in the correct position. Solid effort, it's a difficult dive. It's a good take, it's a lovely tuck shape. Just running out of room at the end. She had an extra 0.5 meter. I'm sure she would have got her hands to that water. We have Suri. Arm stand back double somersaults, 1.5 twists. Coached by Ivan Batista. Oh, solid dive. Very consistent throughout this competition. She's really enjoying diving. It's nice to see someone smiling, which I'm sure we'll see now. Eva, representing Bulgaria, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. Really nice dive from Eva. She told me when I asked her what her favourite dive is to compete. She said, to be honest, I like doing almost every single dive in training, but on competition it's another story, which is very true. That's why it's important to try and get as many competitions as you can. It's that experience that helps you gain that confidence and consistency. Sophia Hoffman, inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. Really great dive from Sophia. Good takeoff. Tight tuck shape. And a positive punch out to the water.
1.5, 6.5, 6, 7, 6.5, 7, 6. Adriana Flores McMillan. First and back,
We have Adriana. We haven't seen this dive yet. An arm stand back triple somersaults tuck. This was my arm stand dive when I was a senior. This is what I competed. If I ever did individual, the World Champs, World Series, wherever really. Straddling up to handstand. Wait. Oh, no. I'm not really sure what happens there. Is it a 2-point deduction? Because it's not technically a restart, because she didn't restart the dive. Oh, she's so sweet. Interested to see what the judges do with this. Actually, it's a new one for me. Usually, if the diver moves their hands, they'll come down and attempt it again.
One and a half, 2, 2.5, 1.5, 2, half a point. Madison 2, reverse 1.5 somersaults with tap from 5 meters.
Madison on the 5-meter reverse 1.5 somersaults tuck. Such a shame for Adriana. She was having a great competition so far. The crazy thing in diving, it all can change in a matter of one dive. Good example of that is
4.5,
the Olympics in Athens in Greece.
5, 5.5, and 5.
In the men's 3-meter synchro final. I think Greece were in the 4th place position going into the last round, and there was some incredibly strong athletes in that event. There was the Russians, there was the Americans and Chinese, and all of them made huge mistakes. And Greece ended up taking the gold medal. It was a wonderful, kind of beautiful, weird, magical thing that happened for them. Obviously a shame for the rest of the competitors. Victoria in with 3.5 somersaults tuck. Really great dive. Beautiful tuck shape. Very precise on the entry.
7, 6, 7, 7.5, 6.5, 7.5, and 6.5. From 5 meters, Gabriela Rijeka back 2.5 somersaults with tuck.
Final diver of this round, Gabriela on the 5-meter back 2.5 somersaults tuck. It's a difficult dive. Commonly used as a lead up for the back 3.5 on 10. Maybe we'll see her do that in the final, or she's working on it at home in Colombia. Wow, she spins so quick. Such a powerful diver, making that dive very easily. She knows it.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, and 4.5. We're done with the 7th round, so we're going to take a look at the current standings.
That's it for the 7th round of dives. We only have one more to go. Maggie in the lead, comfortable lead. Ella Lindsay in the 12th position with 2.88. Still closely followed by the Ukrainian, the Colombian. Moving on into round 8, we have Malek on 10-meter in with 3.5 somersaults tuck. This is her hardest dive in her list with a 3.2. Solid effort from the Egyptian diver.
5, 4, 2.5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, and 3.5.
We have Matilda with an arm stand back double somersaults with 1.5 twist. Four and a half to count, ending on 297. We have Alessandra, back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist on 10 meter. The score at the World Aquatic Junior Diving Championships 2 years ago in Rio, in this event, in the top 12 was 337. As we've seen, the standards are much higher in this championships. We use that as a base idea. There's Alessandra at 382. Solid score. We'll definitely see her in the final. I think, anyway. Don't take my word for it. Anything can happen. Not over until the last dive. Juliana, back 2.5 somersaults pike. Again, it's a difficult dive. Difficult dive to control. She can't afford any mistakes, really. She's in 8th position. Solid dive. As she had to do. Landing upright, just missing her hands, missing the correct line on the entry. 353, solid. Carolina, on the 10 meters, reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. This is her favorite dive to compete. Definitely, you can see why. She's really comfortable with her dive. Beautiful.
5.5, 6, 6.5, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5, and 6. From 5 meters, Ella Lindsay for 2.5 somersaults.
On the 5 meter, we have Ella Lindsay, representing Canada, forward 2.5 somersaults pike. She was in that 12th position. Oh, it's a beautiful dive. She was a lot lower on the degree of difficulty, but executing that dive very well.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5.
339.20. That would have been enough 2 years ago to make it through this final. Will it be enough this time round? We have Juliet John, back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. Solid dive to finish on, just a little bit short. Hope we see her in the final.
5, 6, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 4.
That was Juliet's hardest dive, ending on 351. It definitely would have been enough 2 years ago. I think it will be enough this time round. We have Yuna from Japan. She's definitely struggling with her tricep. I saw her. Yeah. When the tricep is sore, when it's not quite activated, it's really hard to hold your hands through the water.
5, 5, 4, 5.5, 5, 5.5, and 5.
Yeah, yeah. I can tell. She's in quite a lot of pain there. Hope she's okay. Maggie Gray, our leader from the last round. Back 2.5 somersaults with 1.5 twists. Beautiful dive, really well executed. What a competition Maggie's had. Consistent throughout. Wow. Excellent stuff. 439.80. That's a big score.
From 5 meters, Charlotte landed at back 2.5 somersaults.
Charlotte on the 5 meter, back 2.5 somersaults tuck. Oh, brilliant. Really well executed on that one. Lovely tuck shape, great line through the water. 332.50 for Charlotte. Evelyn Wang, 2.5 somersaults with half a twist on 10 meter. Oh, beautiful entry there for Evelyn. Definitely ending on one of her most comfortable dives. Clearly confident with that one. Oh, performing the pike save on the water. That's where the diver on a front rotating dive, smiling to the camera, to everyone back at home watching in the States. Yeah, that's when the diver, when they go through the water, when they're about at hip level with the water, they'll hinge at the hips, sucking the legs into the water, making sure there's no splash. Kayla Davies. Oh, ending on a beautiful back 2.5, 1.5 twists. Really strong. 386, solid score. Definitely see her in the final. Yeah, Bora, representing Hungary. Handstand back double somersaults, half a twist. Not quite holding the handstand there. You see, as soon as she gets up, she goes. Judges will take some marks off for that. Solid dive over than the handstand. Olivia Fox from New Zealand in with 2.5 somersaults pike. Did she hit the board there with her toes? Let's have a look. I don't know. Because it looked like she slightly flexed her feet as she went past the board. Not sure if that was a reaction to hitting or a reaction to, oh, I'm close, I don't want to hit. See there, she's taking her time. It's probably nice and cool in the water. It's a hot day today. currently 29, but I'm sure it feels a lot hotter than that up on that 10-meter board. Corin, inward 3.5 somersaults tuck. This is one of Corin's favourite dives. Oh, solid. Great effort from Corin on her final dive of this competition. Confident kick to the water.
5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5.5, 6, 4.5.
So much experience gained just from participating in this competition. And also what an honour it is to be able to represent your country at this high level event. Sophia, back to 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twist. A little bit short there for Sophia.
4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 5. Headland Palazans back 1.5 somersault, 2.5 twists, good position.
We have Ketlin from Brazil, back 1.5 somersaults with 2.5 twists on 10. We haven't seen this dive yet, this competition, I believe. It's an interesting one. Oh, beautifully performed there from Ketlin. I was going to say that dive can look really classy when done well. And that really was just twisting in the air, flying.
6, 7, 6, 5.5, 5.5, 6.
Good finish for Ketlin. Kalazans.
1.5 twists, right.
Diana from Ukraine. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. She was in 13th going into the last round. Can she sneak into the final? She needs a good one. It's not quite good enough. Landing short of vertical.
4, 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4, 3.5, and 4.
Unfortunate there for Diana. We have Lila from Canada. Reverse 2.5 somersaults tuck. She was in 15th. She needs a solid dive. Definitely possible. Such a shame there for Lila. The door was open. She needs to execute really well. Suri. Back 2.5 somersaults with 1.5 twists. She was in the 3rd place position. Great finish to her campaign. Definitely see her through to the final. Eva from Bulgaria, forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist. She was in ranked 11. Just needs a good dive to secure her spot in the final. It's good. Really well done. Great takeoff. landing upright on the water.
5 and a half, 6, 6, 4 and a half, 5,
342. Could be close.
half somersaults, 1 and
We'll have to wait until end of the round to see. Sophia Hoffman. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. She was in rank 4. Wow. Beautiful hands on the water. Great finish. Definitely see her in the final. Congratulations.
6 and a half, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, and 5 and a half. Adriana Torres Matan, back 2.5 somersaults, 1 and a half twists.
Adriana. Even with her mistake in the arm stand, she was 10th. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. Wow. Really well executed. The whole dive. Great takeoff. Lovely pike shape. Clean through the water.
7, 6 and a half, 7, 7, 7, 6.
Great work from Adriana.
From 7 and a half meters.
Not easy coming back from a mistake in the previous round. Madison on a 7 meter in with 2.5 somersaults tuck. Two more, well, including Madison, we have 3 more divers left of this prelim. Madison there with one of her best dives of the competition. Really well done. Confident kick out. Definitely should be proud of yourself.
4, 5 and a half, 5, 5 and 5. Victoria Pedriceva, back 2.5 somersaults, 1 and a half twists, spiked.
She's happy, as she should be. We have Victoria. Back 2.5 somersaults, 1.5 twists. It's a miss for her, but she's had a great competition this far. She's not in the risky zone.
4, 4, 3 and a half, 3 and a half.
It's a solid score with that drop, 384.50.
From 7 and a half meters.
That's why it's important to try and
Get forward, 2.5
do as
somersaults.
best dives as you can throughout the whole competition. It's not easy though, 8 rounds of dives. The final diver of this competition, Gabriela. Forward 2.5 somersaults, 1 twist on the 7 meter. Wow. Usually see this dive on the 10 meter. Choosing to do it on the lower board. Wow. Wow, that was so good. What a beautiful dive to finish on for this prelim. Incredible takeoff, great form throughout, so accurate.
6, 7, 7, 5 and a half.
And there she is in the rank 12 position. She's secured herself through to the final. Let's have a look at the standings.
Rijeka, please put your hands together for the
Juliet John through in the ninth place position. Really happy about that personally.
reconfirmed results.
Well done to all the girls in the top 12. We'll see them through to the final.
Congratulations to our top 12 who have made this afternoon.
Remember, the required rounds will be carried through to the final. We'll see them later on this afternoon. We have 2 more finals to go for this Junior World Diving Championships. And we'll see you then.